Hello there, welcome back to the Midland Earth channel. Today we are going to be doing a reasonably long discussion on Disney's D23 announcements, particularly for Star Wars and X-Men and Marvel in general. That's generally what we're most interested in. But yeah, there's been some brilliant casting news for X-Men, and there's been another trailer for Doomsday, and a trailer for VisionQuest. So we're going to be talking about this kind of stuff, starting with Marvel, and we'll stick Star Wars on the end because that's just a little one. If you're new to the Midland Earth channel, please subscribe because it'll keep you up to date with everything that's coming your way. And if you would politely click the like button, that would help us out, and it'll tell the algorithm that you're liking what you're watching. So, or tell us that you're not liking what you're watching, so we can change it. There you go.
Damn algorithms.
Change every year, and it's hard to keep up. Anyway, should we start with X-Men, shall we? Is that's one of the first things that came out, I think?
Yeah, but can do, yeah.
I'd like to get your opinions, because you've been a bit quiet on it. I don't know what you're thinking.
Well, it's because I only know so many of the cast.
Do you think they look the parts?
Difficult to say. We'll start with the obvious one being Sadie Sink. Obviously, she made her debut as Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which was not really a surprise for any of us. We all sort of expected that's who she was going to play. I think she did quite a good job, personally.
From what I've seen, I think she's gone down quite well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, she wasn't in the typical comic book attire in Spider-Man Brand New Day. She was just sort of dressed as an average teenager, but I assume following on from Go to Xavier's School for the Gifted,
maybe,
and then they'll go from there. Because I would assume that this X-Men film that they're putting together is going to be sort of an origin side kind of story for it. So
I mean, they've only put the symbol up so far. They haven't actually called it like it's going to be called X-Men. So I don't know, but maybe it'll have it could have like a subtitle, or I don't know.
I imagine it probably will do. What that will be, I'm not too sure.
But I mean, Mr. Sinister's involved by the looks of it, so I wonder if he'll be like full on Sinister, or will he just be like a normal guy in this one? You know what I mean? Will they like build up to him being Mr. Sinister? Because technically, Adam Driver said that he was playing
Nathaniel Milbury.
Yeah, so he didn't say particularly Mr. Sinister, but that is what the alias of that character is. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously he wasn't physically there. They had him come up on video feed, and obviously a little gimmick. The quotes being is like, when Kevin told me to show up for X-Men, I assumed he meant on set. So instead of being there in California, I'm here at Pinewood on a very lonely soundstage.
That's quite funny.
Kevin and I talked about, have been talking for years about me joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is definitely a thing. He's been linked with various roles throughout the MCU, and he went on to say that I think we finally found the perfect film at the perfect time, so I'm very excited to be playing Mag, and then stopped and went nope, even better, Nathaniel Milbury. So he's waiting for everybody to show up. So in what he said, obviously he's teased Magneto because he's the most well-known X-Men villain, but then obviously he's gone on to say Nathaniel Milbury, so the average Marvel fan that probably isn't as dedicated to the X-Men as others, there might have been people there that wouldn't have known who that character is. So if he is indeed Mr. Sinister, which everyone suspects him definitely is to be, then only those in the know would definitely know who he's referring to.
True. Do you think it's a good fit?
Yeah, I would have. Adam Driver would have been playing a villain at some point in the MCU. Whether that's the particular character I would have picked him for, I don't know, but we'll see. He normally does a fairly good job with whatever role he's given. So
very intense. He's
very good at playing. I was going to say he's very good at playing intense characters. So he would have to be playing an intense villain in whatever obviously position he was ever going to get. It's interesting that obviously when you look through the rest of the like I said to you yesterday via Messenger, those that they've announced, it's not the full cast because there's some obvious characters that are missing out of that lineup. Obviously, the other one that I'm aware of actor-wise is obviously Samara Weaving has been cast as Emma Frost, and then you've got Kit Connor as Scott Summers. I'm not familiar with him. Christopher Abbott as Charles Xavier. I'm not familiar with him. Inde Navarrette as Rogue, who you said she's an obsession,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that's done rather well this year. And then Maya Boyd as Storm. So
Yeah, she's the biggest unknown. So
okay.
I think it's a good mix of like indie people and mainstream people. So obviously, like Sadie Sink and Samara Weaving are quite well known.
Yeah.
Kit Connor's kind of Netflix. He was on Heartstopper, I think, and a couple of other bits. So he's kind of like rising, I suppose. So it's usual kind of Marvel casting, I would say, really. Like a couple of knowns with unknowns, I think, which I think does bode well because it's gone well in the past. So doing that. So hopefully it's a good good start.
What's Christopher Abbott been in?
Wolfman, I know that. A couple of other bits.
Because he was in Poor Things. That was a couple of years ago. Apparently he was in Craven the Hunter.
Yeah, I was a bit. I think that's the
Wolfman, as you said.
I think that's the one I struggle with the most to see, like as Xavier. Really, I don't know. I'm wondering if they're going to go with the bold or they'll just do something different because I don't know if he'll just suit bold.
Are they going to perhaps do like they did in First Class with James McAvoy, and he obviously has a full head of hair for like the first couple of films.
Yeah, maybe
before he starts going bald. So maybe that's something they're looking to do. And to me, he's. As I say, for me, he is unknown. I've heard of some of the things that he's been in, but whether he was playing the sort of lead role in them, I'm not too sure. So for a character as big as Xavier, he seems to be fairly unknown for me.
I think he's a bit of a stage actor as well. So I suppose it's in keeping with the theatrical actor vibe of what's his name as well, isn't it? Patrick Stewart. So he was a theatre actor as well. So
that's very true.
Needs to be quite a theatrical person to do Xavier, maybe. But
so there's no Magneto named yet. You would assume Magneto would appear in this film at some point.
Maybe.
There's no Wolverine.
Yeah, I think they'll leave him out of it, to be honest, for a little bit.
You reckon?
Probably do the opposite, where like he comes in later on rather than at the start. That's what I think. But yeah,
depends where they're going to go because
I think they're going to root it in the Jean and Scott relationship, and that's why Mr. Sinister is the first villain because he's tied a lot to them because he's kind of obsessed with that pairing. So and he's like obsessed with the genes and like mutant genes in general and stuff, and so I think he's involved in like the whole Cable thing down the line as well. So they might be hinting at that possibly for in the future. But I can definitely see them two as a couple. You know what I mean? I think they could be quite a good anchor point for because obviously Scott and Jean weren't really that much of a like the chemistry between the people and like the relationship wasn't really a massive point of the original films, was it? You know, like the original 3. So
no,
because he wasn't really much of a leader, was he? He was just kind of there.
And they went on. They made it more about being a love triangle between obviously Scott, Jean, and Logan, didn't they? Which some people liked, some people didn't like.
Because I think Marvel are kind of thinking like long game. That's why a lot of these actors are like really young, so they can grow into the characters and stuff. You know what I mean? So
it's mutants. So is the next saga, isn't it? It's the mutant saga after Secret Wars. So you would assume maybe Wolverine will get his own like an origin film before becoming part of the X-Men. Same with the likes of Gambit, maybe. Obviously, I know we've got Gambit in Doomsday with Channing Tatum, but maybe they'll recast him. Maybe Nightcrawler will get recast again as well, because obviously Alan Cummings isn't going to carry that role on.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do a bit of a huge pivot now. You know, they've kind of depended on the Avengers films a bit. I don't know if this Doomsday and Secret Wars are kind of going to be like where they pivot towards X-Men more, and the X-Men will kind of be the tent poles rather than the Avengers. Because I've had quite a lot of them now, so I think there'll be like a lot of.
Like we said last time as well, you'll look at getting maybe Midnight Suns as a film. Build to that. Maybe they'll again. I've not seen the most recent series, but doesn't Jessica Jones appear in Daredevil?
Yeah.
So could they also be building towards maybe another Defenders team up type thing? I mean, let's be honest. We're probably going to see in Doomsday a scaled down version of Avengers versus X-Men, but maybe that'll be something that they build up to as an actual film at some point.
Yeah.
They build up the X-Men through the mutant saga, and then they still have the Avengers sort of in the background. Spider-Man will obviously be involved because in his film he's started going through his own sort of mutation, so perhaps they will look at that. But definitely, there's a few people missing out of that cast. It would be interesting to see who they get to play Magneto. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know what the original trauma is for the characters. You know what I mean? Because I think like obviously Magneto is tied to like the Holocaust and stuff. So, but there isn't really.
Yes. Which worked obviously for the initial X-Men films because with the characters, obviously the actors that they cast in terms of like Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, if they would have been alive just around that point, they obviously would have been very young. So it would have been something that they could obviously have that character background now, especially with the way that they've gone in terms of the time jumps in the cinematic universe. I would imagine if they're going with a young Charles and Eric, that their traumas would have to be linked to something else. Could be the blip, snap, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe.
The incursions themselves, perhaps from Doomsday.
But I'm trying to think. Like, obviously, Magneto kind of holds it against humanity, doesn't he? That he was kind
so
of.
There would be something that fuels his rage. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, be interesting.
We'll see.
Have you got anybody in mind for Magneto? Anyone out there at the moment that stands out for you?
I'm trying to think of the fan casting and stuff like that.
Obviously, based on who we've now got as Charles Xavier, you'd ideally want someone sort of in and around the same age bracket. Someone that could then obviously play sort of that anger and rage quite well.
I don't know. I never really thought about it. Can't think off the top of my head. You got any ideas?
I was just thinking. I'm just trying to remember whether or not he's actually appeared in any official MCU films. I know he was in like some of the Sony Spider-Verse films, but Matt Smith maybe.
That'd be interesting.
I'm going based off. Obviously, you know, he's played the Doctor, and he did have his moments where he showed sort of that anger and rage and whatnot. But then I'm really basing off sort of his portrayal of Daemon Targaryen. So he could maybe, possibly,
just good in a helmet.
Yeah, yeah. Or someone like that, maybe. I don't know.
I think he's got too much of a softer face for Magneto. For like, he has to be like quite stone-faced. No, can't think of anyone. I'll let the internet make that guess for me.
Something that people could put in the comments. Who would they cast as Magneto?
I like that they've got. I like that they've got a good mix of people in there. Though, to be fair, it's not like an uneven, like a good mix of genders so far. To be fair, but then I wonder if they're all going to be, because obviously Emma Frost is like usually has been associated with being a villain to start off with, and then she comes to the X-Men later on. So I wonder if they're gonna. Maybe she'll be like a. I don't know, either an antagonist by the end, or might start off with Xavier to start off with, maybe. Because obviously she's a little bit older than some of the other castings, so they're more like in the 20s, where she's like 30-something. So
yeah, but they could still have her playing a character in the early 20s.
Maybe.
But the other reason why I think as well that there's definitely more casting to come for this film is because they've cast 3 telepaths. So you need to have other mutants with different abilities, because it's going to get quite boring if it's just 3 telepaths and obviously Scott with his laser eyes and Storm with her weather abilities and Rogue for whatever. So you need somebody else that can do something, whether they'll bring in Iceman or Pyro or a Nightcrawler.
Well, they're talking about casting Beast and Iceman, aren't they? So I don't know. Because that's like pretty much the original lineup, I think, was Jean, Scott, Beast. Oh, and Angel as well. Might be an Angel, possibly. Yeah. They were like the OGs.
There's definitely going to be more, because, yeah, you just have 3 people going for a whole film.
Well, at least they've got just under 2 years to announce, aren't they? So it'll probably be late this year or early next year, possibly. A bit more announcements. But I'm excited. I'm glad we've got our first taste of the kind of casting they're going for. It's that exciting. Not too many big names. Gives them a chance to breathe a little bit. And evolve into the characters. Like a lot of the MCU has.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys think about the new casting for Marvel Studios X-Men? Are you excited? Do you like the casting? Can you think of anyone that would have been better? What storyline do you think they're going to go with first out of the comics? Are they going to do a comic one, or are they going to come up with their own? what is the trauma that is going to bring Magneto out of hiding, I wonder. I don't know. Exciting. Let us know in the comments. Were you at D23? Let us know. Next up, there was a special look, which looked a lot like a trailer.
It was definitely a trailer.
At D23. It's a very long
Let's
special
be honest.
look. But yeah.
It's a trailer. It was 2.5 minutes long. It was a trailer.
But it was full of goodness. It's basically, I think it was shown at Comic-Con for people, but it's got like added bits in it. But yeah, it's very, very dramatic. There's lots of doom in it, which is cool. Lots of Sue Storm telling us that he used to be a nice guy, but now he's not a nice guy. So
yeah,
kind of gives us
a background on him.
Yeah, so that's interesting. It does clarify that he is from their universe, as they seem to all know him. So that's cool. Thor kicking out some boss lines again with the like beg for hell or whatever he says. But before I give it to you, which is an awesome line. Awesome Thor line again.
Doom responds with "Hell obeys me, for I am Doom."
Yeah.
I feel like to have that line in.
I feel like there's going to be some.
I am Doom.
There's going to be some very Marvel-tastic lines in this film, I think.
It's nice that you got a bit more, because obviously in the trailer that came out at Comic-Con, they didn't have any of Ian McKellen's Magneto in it, so it's nice that we've seen him in this special look. You get some nice shots of...
Bit more comic-accurate kind of outfit for Magneto this time as well, but it looks a bit pretty cool. It's got the long hair and the lots of red and purple and stuff, which is pretty cool.
A completely decimated New York.
I assume that's what it is, though.
Yeah, it was New York, because you could see like the Chrysler Building destroyed. There was Central Park. So it's definitely New York that's been destroyed. I've seen a few people already theorize that is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's New York.
Oh, interesting.
Destroyed during an incursion, because there's strong rumors of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man appearing at the beginning of the film in his own Iron Spider suit, which Doc Ock helps him develop. He's obviously been cured. And it's his world and the X-Men world colliding, and the X-Men come out on top. Is one of the strong rumours that people are going with. So you'll get to see Tobey Maguire back, but then he dies.
I suppose that is quite poetic, really, thinking that like obviously Spider-Man was like one of the first were properly done superhero films, wasn't it? Really, that was probably like the source material kind of thing. So it'd be quite sad. But
so it's one of the theories is that it's his Spider-Man, and his Spider-Man will die very early in the film. And I enjoy the lines that Doom says about they're all leading stolen lives, and it's time that they give them back.
I wonder if that's referring to the snap. Because those people came back. Well,
quite a while back, when we were first theorising and talking about Doomsday, I remember us discussing in one of the videos about, because when they first started, they did those little teasers that were all based on specific characters, and each one that they were bringing up, they all had kids.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, in this special look, they've referred to the fact that Doom has lost his wife and lost his child. So, kind of runs back to that Doom's realistically, he's doing what he's doing because he believes that the Avengers and the other heroes have taken his family from him, and now they're living their own. So one of the things that I've seen is that when Steve Rogers returns the Infinity Stones and then decides to stay with Peggy, that branch timeline ends up being the Fantastic Four universe. And because of that, it creates the incursion that then kills off Doom's family, but then Steve Rogers and Peggy have a baby. So that's stealing the life that Doom's family would have had.
Interesting.
Thor's adoptive daughter is only possible because Gore requested Eternity to bring her back. So has that possibly had an effect on Doom's family?
Interesting.
These are some of the things that people are theorising since this special look came out yesterday.
Yeah, because they did say that clips kind of like were like clues, didn't they, or something to like what the plot of the film was. So that's quite interesting if that was the case.
Doom stopping Stormbreaker with his two fingers then leads Thor praying to Odin for the powers of the Allfather, so that he can, the next time he faces Doom, he can beat him.
Yeah, all that. There's loads of new posters and stuff out as well. God, they love dragging up Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. on stage, don't they?
Yes.
Doing just like everything.
Yes, they do.
Bloody Oscars, D23, Comic-Con. Yeah. But yeah, does this trailer make you more excited, or the same, or less excited, or what do you think? Did you enjoy it more than the last trailer?
It was interesting, definitely interesting. They need to stop putting things out though now.
You think? What? Nothing else?
Yeah. Nothing else now because they put too much out these days, which then gives people more time to actually sort of guess what the plot's going to be, and it kind of ruins it a little bit. So yeah.
Well, they've got 5 months, 4 months and something.
4 months. So they need to stop putting things out now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't.
In terms of new clips and new footage and whatnot, they need to give up on it.
I don't know. I don't think Marvel are very good at that.
No, they're not. But yeah, I mean, they also showed they obviously had another costume that Doom will be wearing.
Yeah, I thought that.
Where he's not fully armored up, which is kind of reminiscent of Doom from the original Fantastic Four film, where he's sort of more just in like a large dark green leather trench coat with a hood. So this is sort of invoking that a little bit.
Could it be a variant Doom?
Could be. It's a possibility because the mask was different to the ones that you've seen in the trailer. Whether or not that's because, he does some magical stuff and then it turns into sort of a battle armor instead, I don't know. So maybe could be a variant. I have seen people suggest that that RDJ's Doom isn't the only Doom in this. It's a possibility.
Yeah, some people think there's going to be like multiple Dooms, don't they?
They also did a bit where I think just before they showed the special look, or just after they showed it, there was a bit of a gimmick between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on screen.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, where it was like, was he like, was he trying to get into the film or something? I was saying that he like wasn't in it.
They were asking, it was like they were suggesting that if they're needed, they're available, which has then led for people to say, well, if they're doing this little skit, that pretty much means that they're going to be in the film.
Maybe. Maybe it's little.
What did you think?
Maybe they're starting to tease for Secret Wars now, possibly. With like the grey Deadpool and stuff like that, and Hugh Jackman showing up and things. Maybe they're starting to sprinkle little seeds for Secret Wars now. This is so close. You know what I mean? Maybe. Don't know.
What are your thoughts?
It did a good job of giving us his backstory a bit more. You know what I mean? Because I think they needed that to sell him, because people were just kind of like, obviously people that don't know who he is kind of need to know, you know what I mean? Like obviously a character that's already established saying, oh yeah, it was this person and now he's turned into this, and I didn't realise that was happening to him, kind of thing, was quite interesting, because it kind of makes you sympathetic a little bit towards him and like wonder what happened to him to get to that point. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same thing they did with Infinity War, where they kind of
just going to ask you that question.
Have him as the
Doom's film.
Yeah.
Like Infinity War was Thanos' film, and then Secret Wars will be everyone.
Because obviously that Infinity War did well to establish Thanos, didn't it? So we kind of, because we didn't really know him that well. Like I know there was like a lot of teasers and stuff, but we didn't really know the character. So it did a good job of.
You got to the end of the film and you knew what Thanos' goals were. You knew why he was doing what he was doing, and a few people would sympathise with him as well and understand his methodology behind what he was doing. So are they doing the same with Doom, maybe?
I feel like you need it, really. Especially because he hasn't had the same teasers that Thanos had, you know what I mean? So we need to be invested in...
Definitely.
Like, the threat, you know what I mean? I think...
Well, that's what happens when you have to pivot away from who was going to be your big bad.
And I think they've done all right, to be fair.
Reasons. I mean, there was always the thing as well that obviously when they originally had it as Kang Dynasty, leading into Secret Wars, that you'd get to the end of the Kang Dynasty and Doom would appear anyway.
Yeah, they have retroactively said that, don't they? So I don't know whether that was actually the case. Or...
Was it always going to be Doom as the main villain, and Kang was doing what he was doing to prevent him, perhaps, and then Doom wins anyway? And then obviously whatever's happened with Jonathan Majors happened, and then obviously they just thought we'll get rid of Kang completely and just bring Doom in from the start. I still feel that they need to resolve the Kang storyline. They need to, whether it's right opening at the beginning, Doom walks into the Council of Kang and just wipes them all out type thing. That thread is still there, so they need to tie it off basically.
How did they do that without Jonathan Majors then?
But the easiest thing would be to just recast the character and just have a different variant that gets killed off.
Could they just?
I mean, they could have just done that anyway. They could have just recast him as a variant Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, true.
That wasn't Jonathan Majors, but obviously they didn't. So unless they are bringing him back for a very small portion to just tie off that loose end.
They might just refer to it in dialogue sometimes, like they do. Like, oh yeah, I killed that Kang guy, got rid of him, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. I think, what else was in the trailer? I like the Sentinels. That was quite cool at the end, where he like raised them all up. That was all cool. And they look like proper Sentinels as well, not like the weird versions that we've had so far.
Oh yeah, that were in
Days of Future Past, and there was some in another one.
No?
Potentially something like that. But yeah, there's some weird Sentinels so far. But yeah, I think it'll be.
Yeah, they look more comic accurate, don't they?
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it. To be fair, I think I'm hoping that like we kind of guess that there's going to be some kind of emotional core to the film, and it's not just cameo. Hopefully, but.
Well, there's also a lot of people are suggesting that Doom is going to kill somebody off quite violently in the film.
I heard that, yeah.
Quite a few things that I've seen of people suggesting that he kills Steve's kid in revenge.
Brutal.
I've heard that it's supposed to be quite brutal, whatever it is he does. Bucky, maybe? To get back at Steve?
He's already died. Kind of. He got snapped.
Yeah, but like, will he get rid of him? Kill him off.
I don't know. Peggy,
maybe.
Because she went on stage with them as well.
Yeah.
At D23, so.
Could Doom kill off?
Or both of them.
Both.
That'd be brutal.
Could he kill all of the heroes' kid?
That's a bit dark.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying. So, kills Steve's child in revenge. Kills Love for whatever powers she's got, because obviously he's collecting power as well.
Yeah, maybe.
In terms of it to help him create Battle World, he's stripping heroes of their powers. So could he deal Love's powers, whatever she's got? I've seen people suggest that he's going to kill Franklin Richards and steal his power. So maybe he does that. Maybe he kills all the little ones. Revenge.
I feel like that's a bit too dark for Disney. I think they're going to kill kids. That seems a bit harsh.
It's definitely something he'd probably do in the comics, but yeah, for a Disney film, would it be too much?
Oh, I liked Reed's lines as well in the trailer. I thought they were very intense. I liked it. He was like, "Did you do this?" Oh, that was good. I liked it. But yeah, that was cool. I like Pedro Pascal's intensity. But I did like the Fantastic Four, to be fair. I think it was highly underrated. I really enjoyed that film. They were a good quartet of characters. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what role the Fantastic Four take in this film. I feel like Reed's going to be quite key, I think, to be fair, because obviously he's like a genius and can make stuff that's useful, so I'm guessing he'll be trying to save worlds, probably.
Well, they'll have to use him because they haven't got Tony Stark anymore.
True. Or do they?
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Are you guys looking forward to it? Are you still worried about RDJ being the main villain, even though he was Iron Man? Is that a worry? Did you see the new special look? What did you think of it?
Just blatantly a trailer. What
were your favourite bits from the trailer? Were you a big fan of Thor's awesome metal lines, or Doom's awesome Rising of the Dead Sentinels? Was that your favourite? I like that bit. Yeah, let us know. Were you excited? Is there going to be any more trailers? Do you want there to be any more trailers? Do you not want there to be any more like Lewis? But now I'm a bit in the middle about that. I don't know what the next trailer would be about, but yeah, I'm greedy when it comes to trailers, so give me more. But yeah, let us know. Moving on to something I'm very, very excited about, because I love this character.
A long time in the making.
Yeah, it has indeed, to be fair. Yeah, we've talked about it for ages. VisionQuest also got a trailer, which was awesome. And an awesome poster, which I want. I want that poster. It's cool.
It is very good. Fits nicely into the because obviously they've billed it as the final part of the trilogy series, and it does. The poster does give off very much WandaVision vibes and whatnot. But yeah, it looked rather good. So they had Paul Bettany and James Spader on stage alongside Feige as they discussed VisionQuest, and they showed the trailer.
What did they say? Paul Bettany said quite a lot, didn't he? I think, to be fair, was it? So,
It's been an enormous joy playing the Vision as he's evolved over the years. He's been an Avenger, a father, a partner to Wanda, and he's helped turn the tide in some fairly enormous battles. He made the ultimate sacrifice and rather inconveniently died several times, which I can tell you is an act that can make long-term financial planning difficult. But I'm told that in the Marvel universe, no one is ever really dead unless Kevin says they're dead. And even then, I wouldn't trust him anyway. So
I love Paul Bettany. He's good.
But yeah, it was good. I watched the trailer. I've been looking forward to Vision coming back. I've been looking forward to Ultron coming back. Because I always feel that Ultron was done dirty. Only being in the one film. I feel that he should have been throughout Phase 2. Ultron should have been introduced back in Iron Man 3, and then in the background he was manipulating things and doing stuff and whatnot, which then would have led to the Avengers film. But it didn't. It was just all done in like the space of 4 days in one film. So nice to see that he's back.
But yeah, I've always enjoyed the ideas that are brought up by Vision and Ultron, and like what is sentience and like what is being a human and being alive and that kind of thing, and artificial intelligence and all these kind of philosophical ideas and things as well. I really enjoy it. That's the parts of Age of Ultron that I did like, really. When he's talking about humanity and stuff, and kind of
some good bits in WandaVision as well.
Yeah. The ship of Theseus thing was quite interesting.
Well. When him and White Vision were fighting, obviously they went over the theory of the ship of Theseus. And that seems to be obviously what has led to where the character is now, because he had some further quotes saying this Vision is beginning to ask more complicated questions. What or perhaps who is he? And what is it that makes us actually human? What brings us to the person you want the most beside you during an existential crisis? To which he then answered, Ultron. Yes, Ultron.
They're going to figure out humanity together, apparently. I do like
they have that thing where he's yelling at Ultron because he needs to be taking on his human avatar form. It'd be interesting. And then obviously they've also given human avatar forms to Thriday, Edith, and Jarvis.
It seems to be like the plot of it seems to kind of be like, he's kind of trying to figure out who he is by kind of unifying all the parts of himself, you know what I mean? Like there's Jarvis and Edith and Ultron, and they all kind of need to work together to figure out who he is, kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's quite an interesting.
All of the AIs that Dark would have built, so which means there would be a Jocasta in there as well.
Oh, did he make that? Did he?
Yeah. So when he's uploading the new AI to his suit at the end of Age of Ultron, he has like the 3 little cards, and you have there was Friday, Edith, and then there was also Jocasta in the background.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
So the rumor is as well. The theory is that potentially by the end of this series, if Ultron does become his own sentient self again outside of Vision, that he'll also free Jocasta and build her a body, because I think in the comics those two are a bit of a thing.
Like a duo, aren't they?
Yeah. So.
I'd love to get Vision. I'd love to get Ultron back. It'd be amazing. And it'd be good to circle back round to a villain, which Marvel don't very often do, to be fair, other than like Loki, kind of, but they made him a hero. They didn't keep him as a villain, so you know what I mean? But it'd be awesome to have some villains that just keep coming back.
Well, I mean, they're going to do that anyway, aren't they? After Secret Wars, let's be honest, we're going to get this a soft reboot. We'll get villains brought back again. But it'd be nice if maybe, like you say, if Ultron stays as he is, it stays as James Spader as into the next phase and whatnot.
Be awesome. Yeah, hopefully it shows in the trailer that Vision goes back to his full colourful glory. So can't wait. I love that character. They've
also cast, and you get hints of
his son,
the other Maximoff, don't you?
Yeah.
Who was it in? What, Agatha? Was that Billy?
Billy, yeah. So this one is.
So this one's.
I can't remember.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy Maximoff, the speedster. So it'd be interesting to see how that is.
I wonder if they're ever going to be a unified family again, possibly. I don't know.
So I like how as well in the trailer that they showed, because as I said, it's Vision trying to figure out who he is again, and to do that he's gone back to Edinburgh, which is where he would have last been truly happy before Infinity War. So I think that's probably going to play a bit of a key part in this as well. The fact that they've specifically sort of picked that location, so that must have some importance.
I wonder how much of it is actually in the real world then, and how much is in his head, because it's hard to tell in the trailer what's
real and what's not
in the real world. You know what I mean? So be interesting.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, really good. Can't wait. I'm glad it's only like 2 months till it comes out. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's October 14th. So yeah, not long now.
Definitely be covering that on the channel. So keep an eye out in October. Depending on how many episodes it has, it might be a series review or episodes. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But yeah, super excited.
Does it say? I don't think it says on this article.
I wouldn't have thought so. I think it's a bit early for episode reveals.
So I was just having a quick look on IMDb. IMDb has it down as having 8 episodes.
All right.
Which would...
Yeah, it's usual. That's the usual kind of standard at the minute, it seems, on most things, especially on Disney Plus.
So yeah, you're looking at potentially 8 episodes. So if they are released weekly, that would take you to it finishing just before Christmas.
Oh, that's handy. Just before Doomsday.
Just before Doomsday. So
I really hope that means that Vision's going to be in it. I hope so.
What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Are you excited for VisionQuest?
I wonder if they'll do that thing where one villain is beat and then another one kind of rises from the darkness. You know what I mean? Like, will Ultron return after Doom's kind of vanquished or something? I don't know. That'd be quite interesting. Some kind of sinister way. But yeah. Can't wait. Love it.
I don't know.
Excited. Are you excited? Do you like Vision? If you don't like Vision, what's wrong with you? But yeah, do you want to move on to something completely different? Star Wars time. It's Star Wars time.
We didn't get a huge amount.
No.
In relation to Star Wars at D23, we got a trailer for Ahsoka season 2 and a few bits to do with Starfighter. And I believe as well, one of the things I think they did announce is that the original edit to A New Hope is returning to theatres next year for its 50th anniversary. So not the special edition from 97, not the edits that Disney have since done, or George Lucas has done. I think it's the original run.
What did Jabba look like in the original?
Jabba was a man.
Is that going to be in the film, is it?
In a big furry coat.
Haha, that's going to be so weird to watch.
If they do re-release that to celebrate the 50th anniversary, that'd be pretty cool, because we're all used to seeing Jabba as a giant slug, not a big fat man in a furry coat.
That'd be so weird.
Yeah,
I was surprised by the. I always forget about Ahsoka till it pops up again. I'm like, oh yeah. So it was a good trailer, to be fair. Did you enjoy it? I like that they've got more Anakin in it. I wonder if that was always going to be the way, or did people just really enjoy it, so they stuck some more in? Do you think?
I think he was probably always going to appear, because it seems to be that he's manifesting as a Force ghost to effectively help her complete her Jedi training. But I think because people enjoyed him appearing so much in the first series and then obviously in the Obi-Wan series, that they're trying to get as much Anakin as possible. There's also rumours that, because obviously it's Clone Wars flashbacks, there's also rumours that Ewan McGregor is going to be reprising his role as Obi-Wan as well in some of the flashbacks as well.
Oh, cool.
So we might even get Obi-Wan in his Clone Wars attire with his armour. I like that for some of the bits that you saw of Anakin. He was in his sort of Jedi snowsuit, which you saw in one of the Clone Wars episodes.
Who was the guy with the separate lightsaber thing? Is he a new character?
I don't know. Didn't no Jedi sprung to mind that I could think of. One of the things I've seen since sort of overnight is that because Ahsoka and Sabine and Baylan Skoll are obviously still on Peridia in the other galaxy, and Baylan's obviously looking for stuff linking to the Mortis gods, the father, the son, and the daughter, is that perhaps this person that you see Anakin and young Ahsoka fighting is a physical manifestation of the son. Now they're going based off the fact that he's got like the red markings around his eyes and things like that, which is what he had in the Clone Wars, in the Mortis arc. So I would like to think, however, if they were doing that they would have brought Sam Witter in
Oh yeah.
play the role, because obviously he voiced the son in the Clone Wars. But it doesn't look like that was him.
No.
So I don't know. But his lightsaber was interesting because it was like a lightsaber, like a dual-bladed lightsaber. But then he was able to then split it, and there was a blade in the middle as well. Which, if he fights anything like Darth Maul, is going to be kind of dangerous because it would mean that you might lose a hand at some point.
Chop his own hands off. Oh! It's a flesh wound. Okay.
But yeah.
Be good to see how the new Balin Skull does, if he's as good as the last one. To be fair, he's recast now, isn't he?
Yes. But yeah, no, it was good. I liked. You got to see some nice shots of space battles.
Looks a bigger scale than last season
compared to the first series.
Looks like Hu Yang's going to get some action too.
Yes.
Because there's his lightsabers out. It's quite cool. We haven't actually seen him fight before, have we?
No. You saw him doing some like training with Sabine.
Did he ever fight in Rebels? No.
No. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, the space battles look good as well because there was some nice shots of some ships that haven't had as much attention as some others maybe. So they're giving a lot of focus to. So there's quite a few U-wings in there again. Some A-wings, E-wing, which was obviously first shown in the first season of Ahsoka, and then they're bringing back the B-wings as well. And you actually saw them, like, because they just like first appeared in Return of the Jedi. And you just sort of saw them flying, and then you saw them a bit in Rebels when they were as a concept fighter, but you actually get to see them in action in this by the looks of it, which is quite good as well. But
yeah, I liked the question that the Anakin posed at the end for, like, whether she's a Jedi or not. To be fair, that's quite cool. Exciting. But
I liked as well one of the little details as well when Thrawn was sat. I would assume he was sat in like his Star Destroyer, in his like little throne that he's got made. In the background there was some like carvings, and the suggestion is that the carvings that they've got, there was like two creatures and there was a bubble in between them. And the suggestion is that these two creatures are something that featured quite prominently in the Heir to the Empire novel, where they're able to create I think it was like a force bubble around Thrawn, which then stops Jedi from being able to physically get at him with the Force. So whether that was like a little hint, maybe he has something like that at his disposal, is a possibility.
Or we're going to get more zombie stormtroopers this season.
Well, it looks like we're going to get some Night Sisters.
Were they in the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, were they? I didn't notice that.
So you had those like ships pods that came down on top
of
what looked like the New Republic ships, and then next thing you know, you got the pale people with the.
Was that what they were? Is it?
They were Night Sisters by the looks of it, which is odd because they're dead.
All of them?
Well, certainly the ones in the Star Wars galaxy are, yeah, because.
Wasn't that woman that was in the first series a Night Sister there? No?
She was, yeah, but the species as a whole was wiped out during the Clone Wars by Grievous and the Separatists. So whether they've come from the other galaxy with Thrawn, maybe, and he just didn't see them, because obviously there was those 3 Night Sisters in the other galaxy with him, because that's where they originate from. So maybe he's brought his own personal Night Sister army with him, or maybe they've just resurrected them from Dathomir. In which case, you're getting some zombie Night Sisters.
Did you like Thrawn in the first season? Yeah,
it's 2 episodes.
Because some people were a bit critical of him, weren't they? To be fair.
So I'm looking forward to it. I only have to wait till January.
Yeah, it's 5 in a bit months. So yeah, it's quite exciting. Soon things are coming out. Really, to be fair, it's quite a good year next year and the year after that.
I like the poster that they've released for it as well. It's very sort of Japanese styled artwork inspired. So obviously they're trying to make Ahsoka look more like a Ronin type character, aren't they? So it kind of comes through on the poster. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I did like all the action in the first season. To be fair, it was really good, and all the flashbacks and things like that. I thought it was cool. I like that they're kind of connecting like time together. You know what I mean, with all the flashbacks and things. It'd be even better if they do bring Obi-Wan back. To be fair, that'd be cool. And the flashbacks. I wonder if they'll ever bring any other. I think the flashbacks are quite useful to tie everything together, really.
Ewan McGregor's apparently said he'd like to continue playing Obi-Wan in some capacity. He
said he wants a second season, hasn't he? To be fair,
he wants a second season of his own show where he'd like to appear in flashbacks. He'd like to do more Clone Wars style stuff with Hayden Christensen, and Hayden Christensen's come out. Apparently, he was asked over the weekend as well because he was there. Anybody else that he'd like to sort of reconnect with, doing these sort of Clone Wars flashbacks, and he said Natalie Portman. He'd like to have Natalie Portman brought back as well. So who knows?
I think there was a rumor that she was going to be in this, wasn't there? In season 2 of this, I think it was this.
Yeah, whether she is or not, we'll have to see.
Yeah, that she'd be like the representation of like the mother or something. I don't know whether that.
Quite possibly.
Yeah,
which would be interesting. I mean, they could do potentially some flashbacks to her as Padme, maybe sort of again during the Clone Wars, towards the end of the Clone Wars, because I think she's expecting in real life, so they could make use of that bump.
Maybe.
I think she is. It will be interesting, but I'm looking forward to it because I did enjoy the first series. See that Zeb got a cameo in the trailer as well, so I'd like to see if they get more Zeb as well, bringing the Rebels family back together.
Yeah, it's pretty much all of them then, isn't it? Apart from Kanan, obviously, because he's dead. So, but yeah.
You never know. Maybe he'll Force Ghost appear.
Maybe. To his.
If they are, then they need to bring Freddie Prinze Jr. in as him.
Doesn't really look like the character though, does he? Really?
No, bring him in. They'll make it work.
He doesn't act anymore either, really, does he? He's come back recently a little bit, but
bring him back for Kanan.
Maybe, but yeah, it's good stuff. Are you guys looking forward to Ahsoka? Did you enjoy the first season? Let us know in the comments. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I watched the first season with Raina and she enjoyed it, so still working on that exposure to. I think I kind of watched it and she was around. I don't know if she watched some of it, not watched all of it. It's quite long. So, but yeah, I've not watched Rebels for ages actually. Yeah, it was alright. I think, to be fair, the peak of Star Wars animation for me was probably the last season of Clone Wars. To be fair, that was really good. I enjoyed that. Oh, I watched the first episode of The Ninth Jedi the other day. That was quite cool. It's like anime style. Are you going to watch that?
Yeah, I'll give it a watch at some point.
Yeah, I might watch some more of that actually. I'm running out of things to watch at the minute. Everything's finishing. But yes, the last little nugget of Star Wars news that we have out is Ryan Gosling's character has been named. Ooh. And given a jacket with a symbol on the back. Did you see the jacket? It had like an upside down Rebel logo on it with like something at the bottom. Yeah. So I don't know what that implies exactly, but
what I did like was that for the title card they've actually reverted back to the old style Star Wars logo, like when it first came out.
Oh yeah.
With Starfighter over it. I thought that was quite nice. So is that releasing next year? It says yes. So it's no coincidence that it's releasing in the 50th anniversary. Yes, they're using the original logo.
Yeah, Memorial Day 2027, apparently.
Whenever that is.
I'm not American. How do I know? But yeah, Cade Oberon apparently is his name. So that mean anything to anybody? It doesn't mean anything to me, but
it's not a name I'm familiar with, so it might be an original character. Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, I don't think that's too far away either, to be fair. So still don't know much about it, to be honest, really. I don't know when we're going to get. No, depending when it drops, I don't think that it'll be at Comic-Con, will it? Next year? I don't know. I feel like that could be a summer film, but
31st of May.
No, won't be then. Maybe Christmas with Doomsday.
Trailer-wise,
maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Memorial Day in America is 31st of May. So there we are.
Awesome.
Yeah, apparently he said that he just gave a little hints. Apparently, like Cade is a guy from the wrong side of the galaxy whose fate is intertwined with the fastest starfighter ever built.
Is that a ship? Is it? Or?
Well, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? He's a pilot, I'm guessing, being called Starfighter.
Interesting.
So look, he went on to say that I'm so honoured to release this film on the same weekend as the original film opened 50 years earlier.
Huh.
Starfighter embodies the themes of hope, family, and adventure that have always been at the core of Star Wars, but our story takes place in a period of time that has never been seen before, which is a privilege to create and explore.
There's a bit further up where he says he owes a lot to Disney for finding him when he was a kid. I would not be here today, and now here I am 30 years later, and I'm back, and it's changing my life again. That's true, to be fair. I didn't think about that. It came from Disney and now back to Disney again. It's quite a... Oh, that's it. There's a TikTok thing with him with the jacket on, with the symbol on the back. On the website, yeah, just saw that. But that's cool. But yeah, I like that they're keeping it shrouded in mystery.
Well, they did show something there to the crowd, because I have seen people...
Oh, that... Was it a full trailer, was it? Or...
I don't think it was a full trailer. I think it was a...
teaser?
like a first look type thing, and it seems to have been of him. Oh yeah, there's that jacket. Yeah, his character Cade and the youth that he's acting alongside, and the youth seems to be like pulling a tarp off the Starfighter that he's presumably working on or developing or keeping a secret or whatever. So, and then I think there's a few shots of it sort of flying around through varying planets and things like that. So, but they've not officially released that to the world. I think it was just for people that were there at D23. And you know how these things go. People sit there with their phones and they're like that. I'll watch you through my phone instead of watching it on the screen.
Am I right in thinking Matt Smith's in this, no? Did I dream that?
Yes. So if you have a look further down,
he's a bad guy, isn't he?
Goes through some of the casting. So you've obviously got Ryan Gosling as Cade Oberon. There's then Flynn Gray, Matt Smith, Mia Goth, Aaron Pierre, Simon Bird, Jamal Westman, Daniel Ings, and Amy Adams.
Simon Bird? That's the guy from In Between Us, isn't it?
Yes.
Amazing. I bet he's a droid. Definitely a droid.
I was going to say he's probably playing a droid.
They love putting us Brits in droids, always.
Definitely playing a droid.
That's well funny. Exciting. They've done well to keep this under wraps, to be fair. I think Disney, to be fair. We don't really know what it is, do we? It comes out in May, so May Star Wars month, isn't it?
It's a big year next year for Star Wars. So.
Oh, you mean anniversary-wise? What is it? Anniversary of the first one?
Yep, 50 years.
Oh, I'll have to do a lot of Star Wars content next year then.
So there'll be quite a bit of stuff coming out and whatnot.
Keep an eye out on the channel. I'll have to come up with lots of top fives and stuff like that, and discussions and things we can have about Star Wars.
Sure, there'll be lots of merchandise being bought as well. Probably more Star Wars Lego. Perhaps I'll buy myself a new lightsaber. Or 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'd definitely check out that Knife Jedi thing, because from the episode that I watched, it's pretty cool. There's some good character designs and stuff in it, so it's really cool. Are you guys watching the Knife Jedi? Are you enjoying it? Let us know. Are you waiting patiently for news on Starfighter? I know I am. But that's about it, really, when it comes to D23. But there's a lot that came out of it, but they're the main things that we wanted to talk about, because we like the super sci-fi kind of stuff, so that's what we chose to talk about.
Well, one thing I did see today, though, that's come out from overnight, it's obviously more focused on Disneyland parks in California and whatnot. There's going to be a new Indiana Jones ride thing, and they've actually, because Disney parks being Disney parks and whatnot, they obviously have characters and whatnot walking around the park in general, or or animatronics in specific rides. This new Indiana Jones one is going to have an animatronic that specifically looks like Harrison Ford.
Ooh, weird.
Like properly. He was there. Well, he did a video that was shown to say that his likeness is going to be used for this particular ride. They've done a script and everything, and he's going to be involved in that. Obviously, it'll be a de-aged Indy.
That's kind of creepy.
And the attraction is called it's Indiana Jones and I think it was the Myth of the Jade Serpent. So still got something to do with him being afraid of snakes. But yeah, he's been the life model for this animatronic, so it'll look like a proper Indiana Jones.
Weird. I don't know if I like the idea of him animatronizing actors.
They also did some other things as well. I think Glenn Close was there as Cruella. So whether she's doing something similar, I don't know. That'd
be a very scary animatronic. That going rogue, dear. Some kind of rogue Terminator style Cruella. God.
Killing the puppies.
Like Westworld. God.
But yeah, definitely. They're doing something like that at these Disney parks now, where the animatronics will look lifelike.
I don't know if you like the idea of that, do you?
I've
seen too many movies. Put me off going to Disney now. That's all the news we've got for you. You probably knew it all, but that's our thoughts on the news. There you go. Let us know what you thought of the news coming out of D23. Did you like anything else that you saw that we've not mentioned? Like all the animated stuff? There's lots of animated stuff. All the
They're also carrying on their live actioning some of their previous films.
Aye, Tangled.
That's Amy's not happy about that. Well, she agrees that the casting of Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel is probably good.
It's better than
She still
Scarlett.
does-
It's better than Scarlett Johansson, which was originally.
but she still doesn't want. Still doesn't think there's a need for a live action Tangled.
It's not a need for any of it. They just want to keep the rights to the characters. That's what they're doing it for.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're on to you, Disney.
But yeah, please stop doing it. Just come up with original ideas. Do another Inside Out. There you go. That went well for you. Well, they're doing a Frozen 3 though, so yeah.
Yes, because we all needed that.
Hey, I like the second one.
Incredibles 3.
The second one was alright.
Second Coco film.
I like Coco, the first one. So.
Yeah, but I don't see how it's going to work for a second one though.
I know. I did think, what's it going to be about? Anyway, we'll see.
Anyway,
that could be a different show. Yeah. Right, we shall see you in the next one. I don't know what's the next thing going to be.
we still need to do some of the Spider-Man stuff.
Oh yes, we do. Top 5 and best villains and top worst. So there we go. That might be next week. So yeah, look out for that. And like I said at the start, please like for the algorithm, so the robots tell everyone that we're good, and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
And we will see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now. Don't go to Disneyland either. Scary robots.
But don't like snakes.
It's the floor snakes. Just chuck a load of snakes at them and run. Yeah.